Today I've come down to Camp de Mar. It's been quite a while since we've been here, several weeks I think, and when we were here before it wasn't really in season, so we're coming to the end of the season now. It's the beginning of October, and October the 8th actually, and there's a few more people about. I've already seen a few more people about. The car park I tried to park in as we arrived was full. Tried a second car park, that too was full, so I then drove out a little bit and went to the car park as you enter Camp de Mar. There's a big car park there. It's huge, right between in the middle of the golf course effectively, and there's no problem parking there. And I've just walked down to the beach, and as you can see behind me, there's lots of people actually already on the beach. One thing you might notice here as I'm walking across the bridge, there's water in the Torrente. You just look down here, you can see the water, and that water has gone onto the beach and washed some of the sand away. This is normal at this time of the year. This time of the year we get storms at the end of August, beginning of September, or all the way through September pretty much. And the weather's changing. It's changing from the hot summer to the milder winter, and we're now in sort of an autumn period. But during that there's some really heavy rains, and we must have had one down here in Camp de Mar, which washed away a chunk of the beach, and that will gradually get replaced by the sand as either the council, the Ayuntamiento, comes along and tidies the beach up, or just naturally as the wind that blows the sand. We may get another storm, we may get another torrential rain which is going to wash away the sand again, but it all gets eventually replaced. So quite a few people on the beach. It's afternoon time, it's 2 o'clock, so lunchtime I suppose. I'm skiving off school again. Shh. I have my Friday afternoons off, so I can come down. There's a green flag, so people are swimming, and I'm just going to have a little walk around the coast, have a look to see what's open. I haven't got an eater with me, so I can hear a voice now saying just be careful, particularly on those steps. So let's make a move and start our way around Camp de Mar. There's a little bridge that goes out to a restaurant. We've still never been to that restaurant. It's one of the places on our to-do list. Must go and have a look. The winter time it's all closed up, so we don't have the opportunity. So I'm not sure how much longer things are going to stay open here in Camp de Mar. Many places, certainly in the Calvia area, that's the Palma Nova, Magaluf, Santa Ponsa, Peguera areas. Many of those places will be closing at the end of October. Peguera promises to be open a little bit longer, maybe even as long as to December. But Camp de Mar is actually not in Calvia. Camp de Mar is in the Andrach municipality, being on the south-west corner of the island, and we'll see if it's a little bit different. We came here during the pandemic and it was really quiet. Nobody on the beach. The restaurant on the island was closed up completely, and just about everywhere else was closed. So we've actually got a supermarket here which opens up right onto the beach, so if you forget anything, you want to make yourself a little picnic, you can just nip into Majorca, which is a really good, relatively cheap supermarket to buy things. We go to Majorca to buy a lot of our things. Just coming up to one of the many sundials that there are here in Mallorca, overlooking the beach. Temperature as I left home was a sort of mid-20s, and it's really pleasant now. The temperatures are, for me, really nice. We've gone beyond the heat of summer, and perhaps for me what's more important, the heat at night has gone. So last night, the night before, temperatures down to 14-15 degrees Celsius, which is much better for sleeping. It's a nice little promenade in Camp de Mar. So there's the beach, a little rocky area here, so if you're with the children, lots of little rock pools for them to investigate, see what little creatures they can find, crabs and others. And much of the, when I've been here before, this hotel's been closed, but clearly it's open now. Lots of people out on the sunbeds, well, a few people out on the sunbeds. The hotel is open. Really. The sun's shining. We do have a few clouds, but that's really pleasant. Beautiful on the sea as it glistens, shimmers. Beautiful view. People out on their paddle boards, going out in the little boats. Anita's in the UK, so she's not with me today, awaiting the birth of our 7th grandchild, which is imminent. So she's in Somerset, where it's much cooler at the moment. Just walking around here, the colour of the sea is beautiful, as always. Really nice blue colour, different shades of blue. Hear the lapping of the waves on the rocks here. So that was a little detour out by the sea. People put their sunbeds out here. I guess you've got to pay for those. It might be something to do with the hotel. But there's a nice little walkway here. And Camp de Mar appeared in the local newspaper today, so that's one of the reasons I've come along to have a look to see what's going on. Why is Camp de Mar in the news? And I can see now there's some barriers that have been erected just in this walkway here. It's all to do with one of these jetties, and the local council, well, actually it's Costas, who look after the coast, have decided that it's time to break up one of these jetties. I'm not sure which one it is. There's two jetties that stick out into the sea. I'm just going to have a look a little bit further around. You see the walkway continues here. And it's quite a nice walkway, but it does eventually lead to steps. And it's not flat, it's not completely flat, there's a little bit of a hill to it. So if you've got a wheelchair or your mobility is a little bit restricted, do be aware that it's a bit, can get a bit difficult. A little bit further on, you either have to come back or you go up the steps. So when I was reading the newspaper, some of the locals here have been protesting that Costas, who are in charge of the coast, have been destroying their jetty, and I can see some signs of that now as I'm walking along. There are some seats, nicely rainbow coloured. A little bit of shade here from the wood above, but not much shade. We're actually directly in the sun, but luckily it's not too hot today. And now I can see some evidence of some work. So there's a big compressor here feeding down onto the beach, and not actually in action today. Nobody's doing anything, but we've got down here a section of beach which has been cordoned off. So I'm guessing that that's the jetty that the Costas have decided shouldn't be there anymore. Not working today. Today's Friday, and this was in the reports for Thursday. So yesterday they must have been down here and they actually started some work, and local people have been protesting about that, saying, why are you doing that, why are you doing it now? And it doesn't seem to have been a lot of consultation between the local residents and the Costas, who are going to actually do the work of breaking down this jetty. It has been used in the past as a jetty for boats to moor on and pick up passengers to take them around to different parts of the island. And so it's unclear as to why Costas would actually want to destroy this, unless they've got a master plan to make this beach more sandy beach, or I don't know what they could do with it. But it seems to be poor communications. Actually, now as I look at it a little bit closer, I can see that there are some little yellow buoys and some rope that's stringed up around that particular jetty, and it goes out to the right all the way around to quite far out, and all of this area actually is cordoned off by yellow buoys and ropes. So they must have a plan. There is another jetty a little bit further along. We just walk up here a little further. A very similar jetty. This one doesn't have any buoys around it, doesn't have any markings around it, so that one actually looks in far worse condition than the one over here. So why they suddenly should have decided that they're going to destroy that one, I don't know. Remains to be seen what's going to happen. I'll keep looking in the newspapers, and we'll come back down here to Costa de la Calma to have another look to see what's happening, see if any progress has been made in the future. But it is just a really beautiful bay, and you can see lots of boats out there, looking really quite pretty bay, surrounded by mountains with incredible houses, worth a lot of money, I guess. And these are the steps that I warned you about. So this is about as far as you can go, really, if you've got a wheelchair. If you come this far, you've got to go back. Climbing up the steps, we can go a little bit further, not much further actually, it's nearing the end. Again, there are some more benches, so we can sit down and have a rest and admire this wonderful view. There's actually people right down below me on the beach. It's a long way down there, and out to sea we've got people on paddle boards, and some people actually in the sea swimming here. Temperatures are really quite pleasant, mid-20s. It's really nice time of the year. Cooler at night, so we can sleep a little bit better. In fact, I've actually dug out a blanket because it got a little bit cold the last couple of nights. So we get this far, and we decide we're either going to go back along the walkway there, or we're going to climb the steps. Anita, what should I do? I'm listening. She's in England, and she's saying you need to climb those steps. If I'm going to climb the steps, I need to turn the video off, because I'll be doing a lot of puffing and panting by the time I've got to the bottom of them. So just one last look at the beautiful views here of Costa de la Calma, the beautiful mountains and houses, and the wonderful boats that are out there. So I'm going to turn the cameras off now and join you at the top of the steps. So I made it all the way to the top, a little bit of puffing and panting, made it to the top here. I've just walked along the road a few meters, not far from the top of the steps, just because I can't get enough of this view and I need to get my breath back. It's so beautiful. There's a nice breeze, so the temperature mid-20s, breeze, making it really comfortable to walk around. people deciding to go for a dip in the water as well. Look behind me there, you can see the clouds where I didn't see any forecast for rain. Always a possibility. And life goes on. So here we are in Mallorca, and we've got some men working on the road here who are just painting the white lines on the zebra crossing here, painting the giveaway signs. First of all, do a spray of paint, a compressor, spray the paint down, and then put some grit on the top of it. Doing a great job there, chaps. I guess they've done it many times before. Makes a bit of an obstacle course for the traffic that's driving through. I'll make sure I get on the pavement. Many times as we've walked along this road, everything's been closed up. But now we're starting to see a little bit more life. And there's a restaurant we're walking past now, restaurant Gran Sol, and very busy there. And they've got a menu del dia: arroz a la marinera, asparagus con salsa rosa, and then some escalope de pollo or calamar. It all sounds really good. That includes bread, and it includes a drink and a postre. Oh, for €11. That's really good value, isn't it? 3-course meal, including your drinks, €11. You thought that was good. We're just coming up now to the Cafeteria Camp de Mar, and they've got a plateau del dia, a dish of the day, which includes a drink for €9. So if €11 is too much for you, there's an alternative. Plus they've got a whole load of tapas, which is the sort of thing I like to have. Nice to see these places open. Spa next door, I don't know what's happened to that, but that's gone by the looks of things, and waiting to open. This place here, just hold my camera up. Dolls Mar apartments, so they're looking pretty. So they've had a lot of work done on them. So they have a paint facelift. Coach down at the bottom, that's a good indicator. We've got tourists here, coaches dropping off and picking people up. There's another restaurant, people already sitting in there having a drink or having a bite to eat. Bar Bagadi. And then next to that we've got the sports complex, tennis courts and what have you. A little bit of a footbito, football, five-a-side football. Some more sporting things over there. It is a school day today, but my headmaster's been very kind to me and given me Friday afternoon off, so I don't have to stay there this Friday, so I can come away and make a video. So that's why I'm out today. And next week, 12th, which is Tuesday, is a public holiday, so everywhere is closed on Tuesday. Sometimes shops are allowed to open, but not this Tuesday, unless it's a tourist area, of course, and then you'll find different rules apply. But if you're planning to go into Palma on Tuesday, then pretty much most things will be closed. Most shops will be closed. You might find the odd bar open, but most things will be closed, and certainly anything official will be closed. There won't be any offices, banks open at all. So it's nice to see Camp de Mar a little bit more lively. It's still not incredibly busy, but quite a few people on the beach, which is good to see. Lots of people in bars and restaurants, which is what you'd expect, coming up to 2 in the afternoon. It's lunchtime. You're supposed to be having your lunch now, and then you're supposed to have a siesta before you come out in the evening. Usually when we come here, this next bar which we're coming to, which is Maison El Quixote, is where we'll stop and have a drink or a bite to eat. So I think I might just do that. I might just stop off and have a little bite to eat with them, and see what I can have. Anita's away, so I've got to be careful what I eat. So I've chosen a pamboli, which is different hams with some cheese and aceitunas and pickly things. So this is a nice little light lunch for me. Hope you approve and eat. I just had a really nice lunch, pamboli, and really enjoyed it. I always enjoy the food, the drink. El Quixote, €10, can't go wrong for that. I'm going to head off now. Just on the other side there's a little children's park over there, and that's the car park where normally I've parked before, but it was absolutely packed today. So I'm just out of town a little bit. So I'll just make a little bit of a walk back to the car. And just like to say thank you very much for watching, and hopefully we'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.